or this, that, and the third, or this, that, and the third. It wasn't even necessarily due to their own feelings. This is why a lot of times air signs do something for someone else faster than they would do for themselves. They will not do something but feel a certain way. Like if a person is, if an air sign have a best friend and a lot of people was attacking this person, but they be attacking this air sign too on that air sign personal time, the air sign would jump and defend the person, their friend, before they defend themselves a lot of times on their own. You see what I'm saying? Because they feel like they can intellectually handle their feelings, because they're not actually, when they catch feelings, air sign, moon signs, when they catch feelings, it's just sliding right through. It's like, it's not being caught in the fire to be seen and expressed. It's not being caught in the water, moon sign, to be soaked in and to be confused if it's the emotions of itself or not. And it's not being caught by the earth, which earth is going to catch it and just analyze it and see if it's worth containing or pouring out. That's like making sense of a situation in this realm of reality. It catch the earth, moon sign, it catch the feeling. The earth it contains it. So if the feeling was a form of a fluid, it contains it, and the earth sign practicalize and think about where it just caught, which is the feeling, and see if that feeling need to be poured out, or if that feeling makes sense enough to be contained, to be utilized to the next situation. Now, and the air sign, the feeling is coming, go straight through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so the only time it could catch something, if they would a friend or a relative or someone that they close to that have the ability in them to be caught feelings. This way, the air sign, when they catch the feeling and just shoot through, they can be able to analyze and think about what just shot through and see that in you. See like if you a person who catch it or get it caught through, and then they're able to see that and analyze what kind of feeling that is, and don't want you to experience that anymore. But when they may be dealing with being picked on or something by themselves, they may not necessarily do that by themselves. Because it may not affect them the way how they see it affect you. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different dynamic. Like an air sign, especially a Libra will kill you for their mate or someone else before they kill you for a personal situation that they may have with you by themselves. You see what I'm saying? It's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So that we all have emotions, and how you know what kind of emotions you have is knowing your moon sign and knowing what kind of angles it have. You know what I'm saying? Like, this for an example, like my moon is opposite Venus, like I said earlier. So by my moon is 8 degrees Sagittarius, so it's opposite Venus, because my Venus is in 2 degrees Gemini. So knowing that off the bat, I know the way I feel, I'm going to feel opposite to love and appreciation and value and to relate to things. So a lot of times the way I feel, my emotions, which is my moon sign, my emotional stance, a lot of times I feel like maybe highly unrelatable to others. I feel like it's unrelatable because my filler planet, Venus, is in the opposite sign. So the feelings I'm catching, the emotional stance that I got on it is opposite to that. So if I feel like someone is giving me love, I feel opposite to that. I feel like, oh no, I don't know about this. When someone giving me hate, I feel opposite to that. I feel like, so a lot of times I put myself in situations where involving myself in with females that's not necessarily good for me, because I'm reaching out to a love that's opposing to the love I should be naturally getting. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times I attract what is Venus like anyway. So a lot of times I attract what's not good for me. So I attract a lot of manipulative women in my life and a lot of fast talkers and things of that nature already. You know what I'm saying? And it takes experience for me to understand the meaning out of the situation I was in. And anytime you're dealing with experience, you're dealing with time. So I don't never know off the bat, but so I jump head first into it. But it takes the experience of it, because my moon sign is Sagittarius, so it's ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of wisdom, knowledge, and experience. But how are you going to experience if you're not dealing with something with time? So a lot of times this is why fire signs jump into things first, especially Sagittarius. Jump into that thing first, and so I got it bad. I got an opposition in my chart, so I got it bad. You see what I'm saying? But you also have your gifts, which is your trines and your opportunities. Now my moon, which is my emotional awareness, my emotional stance on things, is it's a sextile to my other filler planet, which is Mars. My Mars is 29 degrees 29 degrees Capricorn. So it's within a 10-degree orb away. It's only 9 degrees away. So if it's within a 10-degree orb, it can be considered a sextile, opposition, trine, or whatever. As long as it's in a 10-degree orb. My moon sign is 8 degrees Sagittarius. My Mars sign is 29 degrees Capricorn. So that's 9 degrees. That's 9 degrees away. That's only 9 degrees away. So they are a sextile. So now in this filler, this is my passions, desires, my integrity, my intentions. Now those feelings I pick up is in 29 degrees Capricorn. So it's a cusp between Aquarius and Capricorn. So a lot of times I may pick up my intentions and my passions and the things I desire may want to be stable, may want to be may want to have a broad perspective of how to communicate, how to be stable in a lot of ways. So since my moon is sextile to that, it's going to witness opportunities. So if my moon is in Sagittarius and is dealing with spirituality, mutable fire, adaptable and changeable to other people's ways or his own, feeling and seeing things, which includes into a broad perspective. All mutable signs like to see broad perspectives. And if it's due to spirituality, religion, being enlightened, and seeing other people's ways of seeing and feeling about things, then if it's a sextile to Mars, and like I said, your sextile is opportunities. And if my Mars is in 29 degrees Capricorn, and if that's the way I feel, that's a filler planet. And if it's feeling the desires, intentions, motivations, and passions to get stabilized or create a foundation on something, which is Capricorn like, or have a step-by-step plan to do something, then the way I feel, the emotional stance I have on that is going to witness all kind of opportunities to have that carried out through. Now, the actual opportunities I'm going to witness is what actual signs is actual sextiling. So like I said, if the Mars is in 29 degrees Capricorn and the moon is in 8 degrees Sagittarius, then that was actually the opportunities I'm actually going to see is being motivated and having passions, desires, and intentions, which is Mars, and desires to create a foundation, which lies in 29 degrees Capricorn, on spiritual inclinations, the things I feel, the emotional stance I be in, which is my moon in Sagittarius, spiritual inclinations, being enlightened, having a mutable way, adaptable and changeable way of seeing and feeling about things, which is mutable fire, Sagittarius, and all things of Sagittarius like wisdom and knowledge. So these are the opportunities that I'm going to witness, that I could be able to gain foundation on, gain a type of stability on. So right now, what you see me doing now is being motivated to create some type of stability foundation, aka YouTube page, in order to get out my spirituality and my natures and the things I'm emotionally concerned with. My moon sign, Sagittarius like things. You see what I'm saying? And the way I'm doing it is the way I act. My actions is in Aries, Sagittarius. I mean is in Aries. So I'm acting. The way I'm doing it is in an Aries way. I'm doing it in Aries. I'm talking fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm expressing and initiating, creating new ways of how to see and feel about these things. That's the way I act. That's the way I act. And my personality throughout it all is my rising sign is in Leo. So my rising sign is in Leo. So this is my personality within it. You see, I'm highly a fixated way, being fixated on its own way of seeing and feeling about things. That's fixed fire. So I'm being creative. You know what I'm saying? I got a stubborn way how to see things, but that's my personality. I see things. I got a fixated way of seeing and feeling about things. That's my personality. So that I'm expressing it to y'all. It's like center stage. Like y'all see me doing music. Y'all see me doing a bunch of stuff, and that's my personality throughout it all. It ain't too serious. It ain't too deep, dark, light. It's very is charismatic. It may be funny at times. I like to laugh. I like to lift you up with it. I like to make analogies and shit to other shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't suspenseful. It ain't suspenseful or deep dark, or I'm in a dark room, or I'm very serious and trying to give you a suspenseful nature and analyze the details of it if my rising would have been in Virgo or Scorpio. No, I'm doing this all upbeat. Y'all see me spinning around and shit like that, and expressing it and shit because my rising is in Leo. You know what I'm saying? So it all correlates. Like, that's why it's good to know thyself. It's good to know your zodiac. It's good to know all your energies and stuff like that. And this video proves why I'm sitting here explaining the thin line between the emotions and the feelings. The feelings are not you. The feelings are not what you. The feelings are not you. You have your emotions. If you have an emotional nature, it's because you may have a water sign somewhere, or your moon sign is in water. So the feelings that you pick up, you soak in them. So now you have an emotional nature. You flow with your feelings. So you go with the feelings with your emotions also. But your feelings are not you. You know what I'm saying? Feelings are energies that you process from the lights out in the world, and then you process it with your emotions. You see what I'm saying? So if you're an emotional person, that just means you're letting your feelings get the best of your emotions. You're letting your feelings take over. So any feelings that you receive, you process, you let that take charge of your emotions. So a lot of times it make the emotional stance that you may have on something, if you let that feeling take over, a lot of times, and this is what water moon signs need to learn. When you process a feeling, it could be a happy feeling or an angry feeling. Let's use a happy feeling for an example, so we can lighten the load. When you want to use a happy feeling, you get this feeling and you soak in it. So this feeling took over your emotions. So now you attach your emotions to this feeling. So when you don't get that feeling, it can take you to a dark place. Now, also, this what makes you an indulge, because that feeling could be replaced with a drug, person, or thing, or place. And if you're not in that emotional moment, it can make you very moody and upset. You know what I'm saying? As a water moon sign. You know what I'm saying? And then also, when you catch a feeling, a lot of time that feeling takes over, and you confuse your own emotion, no self, with that feeling. So you a lot of times, Pisces moon signs have to deal with this. When you pick up the feelings and emotions of others, right? You consume your own emotional stance with them to the point that you're running around. Say this is your emotions, this is you. Say this the feelings, and you're moon and Pisces, right? You absorb your emotional stance with that feeling. So every time you running around as that feeling, and that might not be you. So you're dealing with people, places, and situations and things that always make you emotionally volatile because you're not emotionally connected with yourself. See what I'm saying? You got to get back to yourself, water. Water can't be so connective all the time, because you could be connecting to the wrong person, place, or thing, and they can take your water that you connect with yourself to, and take that bucket of water to a far distant land, and make you feel like this person always got a piece of you, because they do. They always got a cup next to them with a piece of your water, and you let them do that. Let go. So they could tip that cup over and that water could evaporate or drip or slide back to you, and you can get yourself. And that was just for my water moon signs right there, because I'm letting y'all know I understand y'all also, because I'm an Antares moon. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. Goddamn air. And that's a thin line between the emotions and the feelings. Yeah.